It was Christmas Eve in Lagos, and the bustling streets of Victoria Island were alight with decorations and music. The Oilade family was a wealthy and prominent Yoruba household in Lagos. Ayotunde Oilade, the man of the house, was a retired oil magnate who had made a fortune in the Niger Delta. His wife, Folake, was a beautiful, sharp and elegant woman known for her charity work. Their children Demola 25, Teni 21, and Dopo 16 were all home for the holidays. The family lived in a sprawling mansion surrounded by high walls and an ornate gate. Ayotunde was particular about security, with guards stationed 24/7 and cameras monitoring every corner of the compound, as a normal Nigeria-rich family. But this Christmas, no amount of wealth or protection could shield them from what was coming. It began just after sundown. The family was gathered in the living room, exchanging stories and laughter when the security guard, Musa, knocked on the door. "Baba Oilade, there's a man bearing gift outside the gate asking for you," Musa announced, looking uneasy. Ayotunde frowned. "Who is he?" "He says his name is Adigan," Musa replied. "He claims you know him." Ayotunde's face hardened. "Adigan? That's impossible. Adigan is dead." Folake looked at her husband, startled. "Dead? What are you talking about?" Ayotunde didn't answer. He stood and walked to the gate, with Demola following closely behind. Outside, in the dim glow of the streetlights, stood a man who looked like he'd crawled out of a grave. His clothes were torn, his skin pale and dirty, and his eyes wild and burning with rage seemed to pierce through the darkness. "Adigan?" Ayotunde asked cautiously. "Hi, Merry Christmas." The man smirked. "You didn't expect to see me, did you? I brought gift." Demola glanced at his father, confused. "Who is this man?" Ayotunde grabbed his son's arm and ordered, "Go inside now," though reluctant. Demola obeyed. As he left, he heard Adigan's voice, low and menacing. "Do you like my gift? You can't escape from your past, Ayotunde. They even brought a special surprise for you. Would you like to see it?" Back inside, Demola confronted his father. "Who is that man? Why does he know you? He looks scary." Ayotunde sighed deeply. "Adigan was my partner many years ago, during my oil business days. We had a falling out." Folake pressed further. "What kind of falling out?" Ayotunde hesitated, his gaze distant. "We were in a deal together, a lucrative one, but greed got the better of him. He wanted more than his share, and things turned violent. One night, during an argument, he pulled a gun. I defended myself, and he fell. I thought he was dead. I buried him myself." The room fell silent. "You buried him?" Teni whispered, her voice trembling. "I had no choice." Ayotunde snapped. "It was self-defense. I've lived with the guilt for years. But if he's dead, how is he standing outside our gate, bearing a Christmas gift?" Demola asked. No one had an answer. As the family grappled with Ayotunde's revelation, the power went out. The mansion plunged into darkness, the hum of the generator eerily silent. Outside, faint backup lights flickered, casting long, unsettling shadows. "This is strange," Folake said, her voice tense. "Our generator never fails." Ayotunde grabbed his phone to call Musa, but the line was dead. A sudden crash from the direction of the kitchen made everyone jump. "What was that?" Teni asked, clutching her brother's arm tightly. Ayotunde grabbed a flashlight and led the family toward the sound. The kitchen was eerily silent, the faint creak of the back door swinging open breaking the stillness. The lock lay shattered on the floor, glinting under the dim flashlight. "I think someone broke in," Dopo stammered, his voice cracking. As they searched the house, strange things began to happen. Doors that were locked moments ago were found wide open. Footsteps echoed in empty hallways. The family's dog, Simba, barked furiously, but then went silent. In the living room, they found the words "You can't hide" scrawled on the wall in red. They almost fainted. "This isn't possible," Ayotunde muttered, his hands trembling. Folake, trying to stay calm, said, "We need to leave now." But as they headed for the front door, they found it locked. No matter how hard Demola pulled, it wouldn't budge. "We're trapped," Teni said, tears streaming down her face. Suddenly, Adigan's voice echoed through the house. "Where are you going without my gift? Don't you like it?" He laughed, his laughter echoing through the house, sending a wave of fear through the Oilade family. "You thought you could bury your sins, Ayotunde, but the dead never stay buried." Ayotunde spun around, shining his flashlight into the darkness. "What do you want from me?" His voice trembling. Adigan stepped into the light, a sinister smile twisting his face. I want justice. You are supposed to be dead. Ayotunde shouted in disbelief. You shouldn't even be here. Adigan laughed, the sound chilling. Dead, perhaps, but tonight, you'll join me. He lunged at Ayotunde, but Demola intervened, tackling the intruder. The two men struggled, knocking over furniture. Run, Ayotunde shouted at his family. But before they could move, the house filled with smoke. Adigan had ignited a fire, and soon, flames devoured the walls, casting eerie shadows as they spread rapidly. In the chaos, Demola managed to overpower Adigan and drag his father toward the exit. Using a fire extinguisher, they broke a window and helped everyone climb out. The family shivered in the cold night air, their faces illuminated by the fiery glow of their burning home. The crackling flames and thick smoke seemed to carry with them the echoes of Adigan's chilling laughter. The police arrived minutes later, but there was little they could do. Inside the house, they found no sign of Adigan. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. The Oilades spent Christmas morning in a hotel, their mansion reduced to ashes. Ayotunde sat silently, staring out the window. What happens now? Tenny asked. Ayotunde shook his head. I don't know, but I'll find out who or what Adigan really is. As the family huddled together, they knew one thing. This was a Christmas they would never forget, not for its joy, but for the dark secrets it had unearthed. Little did the Oilade family know, this was just the beginning. Shadows of the past and the horrors yet to come would soon collide, forcing them to confront a terrifying truth. Stay tuned for part 2, where the battle for their lives and their souls truly begins. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment.
Please remember to subscribe to this channel and give my video a thumbs up. And I'll see you in my next video soon. Thank you.